The topic DAKA, the DAKA policy in US. This is a policy which is concerned about the immigration and the aliens living in US. This policy is proposed by President Obama in 2009, and the policy actually represents that all those people who were living in US in their age is under 15, they came to US. In this policy, Obama argued to register all those people and give them US citizen. And this was advocated many times from years back in the Parliament and Congress of US, and was not accepted. At the end, in 2012, Obama issued an executive order to make it compulsory to this policy to be implemented. And this policy was implemented after 2012. And there were many conditions for those people who are supposed to be registered in this program. They should be like under 15, and when they are coming to US, there are certain time that they should be living in US before they register themselves. So this policy actually was introduced because of some reasons. From years back, the number of immigrants were getting, there were intense of numbers of immigrants before 2000s. But after 2000s, the number of immigrants to US got exceeded. And in 2007, 12 millions of immigrants who are not registered were estimated in US. And for this purpose, these people who are not registered were making many problems and were, if we say, were paid for problems if they did not make it. So for that purpose, the government want them to be registered in the US administration to be the citizens in order to have them in control. So these 12 million people are not less people, they are a lot. In 2007, they are estimated this number. So after that, because of border security, because they are coming from the neighbor countries and they need border security. In US, the border security problem is always a big problem in security purposes. So they wanted to secure the border, and for that purpose, they needed to have these aliens registered in their country to have the border secure. And the second thing was unemployment in US, high unemployment US. The labor people, they were not labor in US, so sometimes, like this was also a choice with them to register all those aliens in US administration and give them the employment, and they understood that how much is the employment rate and how it is going on. So the control of crimes in Central America and many other factors have motivated the US administration in Obama time to have this policy implemented through executive order, and it happened in 2012. This was a brief introduction about this, so we will be going on with next parts by my friends.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So I will talk about the policy formulation structure and formal and informal actors. So for the policy formulation structure that Obama choose to implement the DAKA program by executive memorandum, despite that the Congress reject it, but Obama used his power to implement this program. So for the formal and informal actor, they are the formal actor is the one that the executive, the legislative, and the judiciary. So for the informal actor, it is for interest group, media, and think tanks. For the formal actor in this DAKA program is Department of Homeland Security, the party, the Republican Party, the president itself. So and the example for the informal actors like social media, newspapers, and for think tank, some like Urban Institute, Keto, and Brookings. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, for the policy making models that we choose for this topic is political system model that consists of 5 variables. The first one is environment. So, there are many immigrants that come to United States and stay in the country, and then this caught the government's attention on how to solve the problem. And the second one is input. So Barack Obama implement this DAKA that which give benefit to the children immigrant, for example, education and driving license. And the third one is output, which is President Obama announced the executive order, immigration reform that will extend the deportation relief of undocumented immigrants that living in the United States. The fourth one is feedback. When the Trump said that he want to abolish DACA, many Americans disagree with his decision, and then they wanted they wanted this program to be continued because this program already had many immigrant children. And the last one is the political system. President Obama used his executive power to implement this DACA program, even it is rejected by the Congress.
Okay, so in order to conclude this policy, actually this policy was an efficient policy to register all those people who were aliens and unregistered in US. So the administration took this step in Obama's time in 2012. But after Obama's time, this policy was abolished by the new Republican government by President Trump administration. So they will not be looking at those problems rising out of them, but they look at American First slogan. So they did not prefer this policy in all those money spending on this. And the policy actors who were included in this policy making were the formal and informal, all think tank groups and pressure groups and all those people, academia and the ministries and all. So I think that's all for our DACA, and these were my friends representing our groups, and that's all. Thank you.